natin is popular culture. So, itong naunang part, madali na lang yan, pambata lang yan. Pakipatay yung microphone po para di ko kayo naririnig. Ayan, narinig nyo lang ako. Medyo seloso ako eh. Okay, kailangan ako lang. Okay, so itong part na guessing game, hindi nyo na kailangan sagutan yan. May ipapagawa ko sa inyo mamaya. So, or i-chat ko sa inyo mamaya, ipapagawa ko. So, let's go with the popular culture. Yeah, so what is popular culture? So, yun yung nakasulat dyan. Popular culture is we have mentioned. So, popular culture roots from the, wala siyang maayos na definition katulad ng iba pang mga definition o lahat ng, o iba pang term sa popular culture kasi medyo malabo siya. We have the popular and the culture, combination of two. So, popular is a subjective term. It varies from one person to another. So, hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin na ito ay popular, ito ay hindi, o how you define popular is different from one another. And culture is somewhat a vague term, no? Kaya mahirap kumbaga i-define kung ano ba yung popular culture. So, but to give enlightenment towards popular culture, so meron tayo dito sinasabi. So, isa-isahin natin tong listahan na ito. So, una is a culture. Popular culture is extensively favored by many people. So, yan yung sinasabi. Yung popular culture is gusto nung nakararami. But think of that, yung extensively favored by many people is very subjective because hindi naman lahat, wala tayong maayos na test or parameter para masabi na itong bagay na to is favored by many people, no? Wala tayo, hindi naman tayo nag-survey, di ba? So, sa madaling salita, minsan yung popular culture can be just favored by the authority or by the media, no? Meron pa narinig na naghihilik na tutulog pa ata diyan sa ano. Medyo pakipatay na lang po yung microphone. Ayan. So, yeah, so tends to reflect the interest of wide audiences or to intentionally target their preferences. Okay, so interest, uh, it is an interest of the wide audience. Sinasabi daw na interest ito ng wide audience, but still it is questionable. Yung idea ng wide audience is very questionable in the popular culture. Kasi nga, it can be just driven by the capitalist, no? In the society para sabihin na ito yung gusto ng nakararami when in fact hindi naman talaga, no? So bakit kailangan nilang gawin 'yon? Mamaya madadaanan natin 'yon. So it is a fusion of ideas, things, action, and circumstances that may affect changes in the belief, personality, and preferences of an individual. So yung kayo pinag-usapan nating reflect of interest ng driven by the capitalist can affect the belief, personality, and preferences of individual. So, kaya yung sinasabi nating trends, 'di ba? Pag fashion trends, ito yung uso ngayon. So ngayon, ikaw hindi mo naman yung sabi natin hindi mo siya masyadong gusto, hindi mo naman ikaw nagpauso nun, pero dahil trending, 'di ba? Nakikiuso ka, 'di ba? So your belief, your personality, and even your preferences as individual is being affected by what the media or what sabi nga the wide audience is preferred. Yun yung isa sa definition ng popular culture. Another is a prevalent and well-known culture in most people that dictates that what will be the trend for certain period of time. Yan. So prevalent. So pinaikli natin ngayon yung wide audience, pinaliit natin to a prevalent and well-known culture in most people. So um ito yung sabihin natin na usually the popular culture isang act lang or sabihin natin na activity or belief or ideas lang ng iilang mga mga tao sa media, sabihin natin ganon. But it dictates, no, it dictates a certain trend on a certain period of time. So meron ng concept siya ng time. Bukod sa ideas siya, bukod sa trends siya, bukod sa galing ito sa mga wide audience, meron ding isang natatangi sa popular culture is yung trend niya is a certain period of time. Hindi siya pang matagalan, hindi siya pang habang buhay. So meron lang siya certain period of time. So pag sinabi natin pop culture, ngayon lang yan popular. There will be a time na mawawala rin yung pagiging popularity nung isang idea na yan o nung concept na yan. So it is a residue of the high culture, elite cultures, therefore highlighting it as a culture of the masses, particularly the working class. So meron tayong sa tawag na high culture, guys. So there is a division of culture. The division of culture of the high culture, yung mga mayayaman, elitista, mga middle class, sabi natin ganon, yung mga may kakayanan, may pera, no? High culture yung kanilang ginagawa is different from ginagawa ng mga mahihirap o ng mga low end, 'di ba? Ng low yung mga bababa ang kumbaga, mahihirap, sabi natin ganon. Iba yung ginagawa ng mayayaman sa mahihirap, and usually kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga mayayaman, yun yung napupunta sa popular culture. Bakit? Kasi in the popular culture sense, in the popular culture, the society is perceived as middle class or high class. Ngayon, um so kumbaga walang pinipilit nilang itago yung classes sa society, ganun yung popular culture, para manatiling mabenta yung popular culture. Kasi kapag ipinakita ng popular culture yung mga mahihirap, yung sabi ng low culture, magkakaroon ng kaguluhan, or sabi nga ay ang tawag dito, um, mawawala ng focus yung society sa high culture. Kasi um, ang makikita nila yung other side of the popular culture. Teka, ang nakikita natin sa TV, maunlad ang Pilipinas, nakikita natin sa TV, mayayaman yung mga tao, nakikita natin sa TV, maraming pambili ng pagkain, o maraming pambili ng pang-consume ng products yung mga tao. Pero mapapansin mo na hindi masyadong pagka halimbawang magpakita ang media, for example, ng mga documentary tungkol sa mahirap, tungkol sa mga buhay probinsya, 'di ba nagkakaroon tayo ng may ganun pa nangyayari pala 'yon, no? That is the effect of popular culture. Kumbaga, nagkakaroon tayo ng exposure doon sa away from the residue of the high culture. So na-expose tayo dun sa mga hindi natin karaniwan nakikita sa popular culture. Bago to hindi ko to nakita, ngayon ko lang to nakita, nangyayari pala to. That is because yung popular culture o yung media is focused doon sa high culture lamang, or the elite. Ayan. So now, um it is also a culture of influence by mass consumption and commercialization. So kaya sinasabi ko sa inyo na the mass media is very sabi natin yung driver nitong popular culture. That is because it is a popular culture is influenced by mass consumption and commercialization, na kung saan to nangyayari sa media, no? So ang ginagawa ng media is pinapakita niya sa atin yung high culture lamang, middle class, no? They are focused on these levels of classes because these level of classes has the power to consume, no? And to buy yung mga yung mga produkto na binibenta sa popular culture. It's all about the money. Yun yung katotohanan dito. The popular culture is all about the money. It offers an escape to ordinary people by providing amusement to survive everyday life. So amusement in a way na syempre malilibang ka, just like when you watch television, when you watch movie, when you listen to music, 'di ba? It's escape. But in reality, it doesn't solve the problem. No? Hindi niya tinutugunan yung kahirapan, 'di ba? Hindi niya binabaklas um yung differences with classes. So, still, ando pa rin yung problem. It's just escape. and then you still after that escape you go back to the problem. So has didactic orientation or tendency to uplift morality and considered by some scholars to be medium of Americanization. So i-discuss natin mamaya yung uplift morality. So yung uplift morality rather is part yan ng Americanization, no? Ibig sabihin, meron kasi tayong sense na if you follow the trend, if you are following to the trend, um, kumbaga, uplift morality, kumbaga nakakaayos, parang pakiramdam mo ang fulfillment yung nararamdaman mo kasi nakasunod ka sa trend. Na yung feeling na ikaw ay left behind, medyo stressful yon or sabihin natin na medyo ano rin siya, medyo depressing yung concept na naiiwanan ka. Kasi yun yung pinapaisip sa atin ng media. Pero kapag nakasunod ka sa trend and popular culture, no, na-uplift yung morality mo kasi hindi ka naiiwanan, no? Hindi ka parang ganoon, parang nakakasabay ka. And you can follow the popular culture if only you have the power to buy, no, with the purchasing power na tinatawag. So ngayon, so paano naman po yun pumasok sa Americanization? And the Americanization is a concept na we are trying to become American. We are trying to become yung sabi nga, we are trying to uh, um, accept the American dream, yung masagana, mayaman, um, na na society. So yung popular culture kasi yun parang nagsimula rin yan sa Amerika, no, na kailangan ito yung maging katulad natin, kailangan maging ganito tayong society, yung American dream, kailangan masunod natin yung magawa natin yung American dream. So sa Pilipinas, since we've been under Americans rather, so yung pangarap na yon niyakap din natin na pinipilit natin isalpak yung sarili natin o masunod yung trends para maramdaman natin na para maramdaman natin na Amerikano rin tayo or maunlad tayo. Yun yung pinaka-concept ng Americanization. Okay, so moving on, we have the characteristic of popular culture. So kanina yung mga pinagsasabi ko, so ito rin yun, no? It's, sabi nga natin, according to Williams, cited by Story 2018, popular culture is well liked by people, inferior kinds of work, deliberately intended to win the favor of the people, made by the people for themselves, and according to Tolentino, made to be commercialized, transgressive in its categories, disseminated with the use of technology, and subjected to notions of sadomasochism. So let's discuss that. All right. So to better understand popular culture, so how popular culture works, using these characteristics, we can further understand and categorize certain parts of our culture, whether they are part of popular culture, high culture, or mass culture. So isa-isahin natin yan later on, yung popular culture, pinagkaiba-iba nila, but they are all under popular culture. Yan. So una, yan, yung first part is the well-liked. So popular culture must be well-liked and intended to win the favor of the people. Kailangan siyang maging marami ang may gusto kasi nga it's a more of bandwagon yung pinaka-concept, yung appeal ng popular culture. So merchandises and social media applications are in demand, especially in teenagers and young adults. We can say that these are part of our popular culture. Going back to the characteristics given by Williams, popular culture must be well liked and intended to win the favor of people. So clearly, these things are created in order to hook their targeted audience. What made this popular are the demands of the people, thus backing up another characteristics, which is popular culture is made by the people for themselves. So, ayan. Binasa ko na siya, di ba? So, um, ang concept kasi ng popular culture, in order to become popular, it must be well liked by the people, and then it is a test na kapag ka well like itong bagay na to, itong idea na to ay nagustuhan ng marami, sooner or later magugustuhan din to ng mas nakakarami pa. So gaining more number, 'di ba? So kapag ka marami na yung sumuporta, kailangan marami na yung sumuporta, tuloy-tuloy yung trend nun hanggang sa kumbaga magfa-file up yung popular culture, different ideas, and then yung mga tao will just jump from one idea to another, from one trend to another. Yun yung isa sa gusto mangyari ng popular culture. And that is also part of the characteristic that it is made by the people. It's made by the people, meant for the people. So parang ano lang 'yan, may ano ba 'yan? For for us by us, 'di ba yung FUBU. Yung popular culture is for us, para sa atin, and ginawa rin natin. Ayan, para meron tayong mapag-aksayahan ng oras, no? To create that escape from reality. So these are the example of popular films, no? The Enteng Kabisote 2, The Revenger Squad, and The Manhid, which is an opera or a theater act, theatrical play, no? So mainstream cinema is part of the popular culture because almost every day can access it and enjoy it. It is directed to please wider audience by making its language and humor easy to grasp by common people. Ayan. So bakit nga ba ito itsura ng mainstream media o mainstream ng Pilipinas? Alam nyo, it is a very common sa Pilipino, no? Nakakalungkot man to, pero common sa Pilipino yung ayaw ng Pilipino ng mag-isip. Totoo 'yon, no? When they are in the concept of escaping from their realities, ang gusto ng mga Pilipino, less yung pag-iisip, less yung alam mo 'yun, I've been working too much. Pero pagdating sa movie na pinapanood ko, mag-iisip pa rin ba ako? So parang gano'n. So that's why yung naging common sa mga pelikula at mga panoorin sa Pilipinas, yung mga katulad nito, Enteng Gabisote, Revenger Squad, nakakatawa kahit mababaw yung mababaw yung isip mo, naiintindihan mo, easy to grasp. Hindi ko naman sinasabing bobo, no? Wala namang bobo diyan. Ang inaano ko lang, hindi tayo bobo. Pagod lang tayo. Yun yung concept. That's why pagdating sa pelikula, ayaw din natin lubusang mag-isip kasi nga alam mo yun, pahinga na natin to eh. Dapat nagpapahinga na tayo. Yung isip natin hindi na dapat gumagana. So that's the reason why yung mga movies ng Pilipinas mga ganyan ka bababaw. Another thing we have with the popular culture is the intended to be commercialized. So tandaan niya na laging nakakabitan ng pera yung popular culture. Kailangan laging mayroong pera, no? Na o maibenta. So yung inyong mga Korean, di ba? Mahilig kayo sa Korean, di ba? Mahilig kayo sa Korean novela, mahilig kayo sa Korean music, di ba? Akala sa una, oo, sige, it is escape, it is an entertainment, pero the capitalist part of the society will still find its way para makapagbenta sa inyo ng kung ano man. Diyan pumapasok sa inyo yung mga these fashion trends, 'di ba? Ipapaisip sa iyo ng Korean drama o kaya ng mga K-pop music na kailangan gayahin mo kami, 'di ba? Sabi nga natin nung sa MIL pa tayo, 'di ba? Ang sabi nga natin, itong mga palabas na ito, nagke-create siya ng concept sa atin na kapag ka nakuha natin yung itsura, nagaya natin yung itsura, nagaya natin yung trend na ito, makukuha natin yung benefits nung gumagawa nun sa media. For example, sa Korean novela na pinapanood mo, yung babae na merong ganong itsura, merong ganong katawan, may ganong fashion, may ganong klase ng buhok, 'di ba? Na fall in love sa kanya yung isang opa, yung ganon. So dahil doon, ikaw, iniisip mo rin na kapag ka naging ganun yung aking katawan, naging ganun yung aking hairstyle, naging ganun yung aking fashion, no? Baka sakali na makuha ko rin yung same benefits o may magkagusto rin sa atin, sa iyo. Ayun yun. Ba't ba nakikiakin ako? Ayan. So, yun yung ano yan, yun yung isa sa concept yan. It's still mangangarap ka na baka sakali, 'di ba? Anong gagawin ngayon ng komersyo, gagawin ng business? O-offeran ka ng something para pampapayat, para maging kasing payat ka, pampaganda para maging kasing ganda ka, 'di ba? Pampa-opera, magpa-opera ka para maging kamukha mo siya. O ano pang mga kung ano-ano mang ibebenta sa iyo para lang ma-achieve mo yung pinapangarap mo. So kumbaga, the popular culture created a dream, the demand, making you dream the demand or want the demand, and then they will supply it. Yun yung concept niyan sa popular culture because it is intended to be commercialized. Another is the transgressive. Ano yung transgressive? Transgressive means challenging the socially accepted norms or the established rules and boundaries within an artistic, moral, cultural space. So another characteristic of popular culture is the transgressive. In the first place, what do we mean transgressive? So ito yung mga example niya. No? So my husband's lover, di ba? Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Naantay ko yung sagot niyo eh. Saka nagkakape ako. So, my husband's lover, kung natatandaan niyo pa 'yan. Well, it's about a gay or bakla na merong asawa si Tom Rodriguez, si Carla Abellana, at ito naman si Dennis Trillo, 'di ba? Ngayon, pag tinignan mo yung ikot ng istorya ng My Husband's Lover, questionable diyan pareho si Dennis Trillo at si Tom Rodriguez. Kung sino ba talaga sa kanila yung bakla. Pero ang totoo, pareho sila. Pareho silang may signs nung yung bakla or gay. No, it's such that itong si Tom Rodriguez may asawa. So, kaya nagkakaroon ng dilema kung siya ba talaga ay bakla. Kasi nga, we say na kapag bakla, dapat walang asawa na babae. Dapat lalaki yung kinakasama. So, ngayon, the concept of the My Husband's Lover is transgressive in a sense na ang gusto niyang mangyari is challenging the socially accepted norms. 'Di ba? Pag sinabi mong bakla, dapat walang asawa. But transgressive in a sense na ito yung bakla, may asawa siya. So later on, because of the My Husband's Lover, yung concept ng society nagbabago. Unti-unti niya na-shape yung society na pwede pala yon, possible pala mangyari yon, o may mga ganun palang klase. No? Another is the cartoon or sketch. No? I have many imperfections and that's perfectly okay. So ayun sasabi niya, siya raw ay maraming sa mukha, maraming kamot din, 'di ba? Maraming buhok, ewan ko ano ba tawag diyan. Flat-chested daw siya, and that's perfectly okay. So anong gusto nitong mangyari? Ang gusto nitong mangyari is to debunk, to challenge the norms, 'di ba? Pag sinabi nating norms, alalahanin niyo 'yan doon sa first part, no? Meron tayong norms na kailangan ang babae ganito, makinis ang mukha, 'di ba? Kaya nga ano lang 'yan driven lang 'yan by the commercialization, by the commerce rather. Driven lang 'yan. Kailangan makinis ba mukha mo? Bebentahan ka namin pampakinis ng mukha, pero kung tutuusin, hindi naman kini-question kung makinis ba o pangit yung mukha mo. Wala naman nagtatanong sa iyo 'yon. Yung commerce lang yung may issue diyan, yung popular culture lang may dahilan niyan, no? Yan, yung mga ganyang klase, yung mga di ko alam ano ba tawag diyan, yung nasa second part ng image. Paano ba yan? Hindi ko alam eh. Hindi mo babae. Ito plus flat chested to. Okay, and we're running out of time. Tutuloy pa natin 'to mamaya. Pero tuloy lang natin. Meron tayong 10 minutes. Ayan, so meron dito. So gusto lang niyang i-debunk, i-challenge yung norms. So the popular culture, sabi nga natin, this is the active popular culture. Bakit siya active, sir? Kasi we are jumping from one idea to another and we are willing to go and jump to another idea, no? From one norms na nakasanayan natin that a woman should be uh, makinis o ganyan, may boobs dapat, we are jumping or accepting other possibilities or other circumstances. Like, hindi okay lang yan. Okay lang maging ganyan. 'Di ba? Wala naman talaga issue dun eh. Hindi naman nasusukat ang pagkababae sa kinis o laki ng dibdib, 'di ba? So, ayun. Pero dati, ano yan? Dati, that is the norms. Yung babae dapat ganito, may ganyan, ganon. No? Driven pa rin ng popular culture. So, popular culture nowadays begs to differ. So, sasabi natin begs to differ kasi nga mas lumalawak yung representation na ibibigay ng media. Lumalawak yung concept natin or possibilities or circumstances na nagiging popular. So, dati, when we say LG, 'di ba? Dati bakla tomboy lang 'yan. Bakla tomboy. Putik kay baboy, 'di ba? Ganun yung concept natin. Bakla tomboy in a sense na ang third sex lang sa Pilipinas is the gay and the lesbian. Ayan. Bakla as yung nauuna, 'di ba? Bakla tomboy, ganun. Kasi yung bakla is mas aggressive, mas dominant compared sa lesbian. But now, we have the concept of the BTQIA+, 'di ba? So that is because the popular culture wanted to show us different concept, different sides na when we say third sex, it's not about the gay and lesbian. Meron ding mga bi, di ba? Transgender, queer, yan, sa Pilipinas, di ba? So, ayan, hindi natin hindi tayo magiging knowledgeable sa mga concept na yan kung hindi rin yan ipinakita or hindi rin sa atin diniscuss or parang pinakita ng popular culture. So, challenging the norms and transgressive. Now, in the 21st century, what is the easiest way to make something popular? Needless to say, it is social media. So trends spread like wildfire to different people of all ages and genders through the aid of technology. This is an example of on how popular culture has the characteristics to be disseminated through the help of technology. Using these different technological platforms, popular culture can reach out to as many people as possible, fulfilling its other function and characteristic. This way, the masses can be aware of and enjoy popular culture. So yan yung mga trending, 'di ba? Sa ano, and then ayan, yung mga YouTube content creators. So ngayon, ito yung concept natin sa popular culture na bakit nga ba may concept na kailangan mag-trending? Kasi nga una, may kumikita doon sa mga trending. Kapag ka-trending yung iyong ginawa, kapag trending yung iyong content, 'di ba? Um ang mangyayari diyan is mas malaki yung kikitain mo sa YouTube, no? So, tayo as tao, meron tayo kasing concept na ano eh, na kailangan kung ano yung trending, nakakasabay tayo. Yun yung sinasabi natin kanina, fulfillment natin yon, na kahit naman hindi naman required yung iyong pagsayaw o cover mo doon sa isang kanta, nagkakaroon ka ng feeling na teka, kailangan may cover din ako nito. Kailangan masayaw ko rin ito, di ba? So, that is a supplication or gamot mo doon sa ano mo sa idea mo na para makasabay ako, no? So, ngayon akala mo sa iyo fulfillment 'yon, pero sa ibang tao that is money. 'Yun yung katotohanan diyan. Okay, another, nakikinig pa ba kayo? Opo,
Opo,
sir.
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 Okay, sige. So, konti na lang to. Meron pa tayong 5 pages. So, masochism. Um, how can popular culture can be related to masochism? Let's take this an example when the new gadget debut. Most people are at awe because of its fresh effect. Naturally, people would want to buy that brand new product, therefore making it popular eventually. We all know not all people can buy the popular product instantly. Some might have to borrow or loan money just to buy, or even if that means that they have to cut down their budget for a couple of months or years. In this case, they are willing to exchange a portion of their comfort and resources just to avail something that is popular for a certain period of time. This example shows that popular culture may subject people to masochism. Yeah, so we want discomfort, no? We want discomfort in exchange of of trend, of following the trend. 'Di ba? Katulad ngayon, meron na namang iPhone 12, 'di ba? Na wala namang pinagbago sa iPhone 11. Pero gusto ng tao kasi pakiramdam nila nakakasabay sila, pang flex nila, 'di ba? Kahit hindi sila kumain. May ganoon, may kakilala nga akong ganoon eh. Hmm. Kaya ngayon, hanggang ngayon, wala lang. Tanda na pero wala pa ring asawa kasi yun ang ginagawa sa buhay. Hindi naman required mag-asawa pero 'di ba nakakainis lang. Puro ka flex. Wala ka namang guts. Anyway, galit eh. Ito no, ito yung problema sa Pilipinas. No, we have what we call the digital divide. Um, the digital divide na sa ibang bansa, because they are wealthy country, their payment the payment for the work is much higher than in the Philippines. Kapag ka nagbenta sila ng cellphone like iPhone 12, yung kanilang yung sabihin 300 dollars sa kanila, ang $300 sa Pilipinas malaki na, 'di ba? So tayo naman, dahil all the technological advancement happening similarly at the same time globally, katulad nung iPhone 12, 'di ba? It is a technological development happening globally. Pero the price varies from one nation to another. Ganito yun, it varies from one nation to another in a sense na hindi naman nagbago yung presyo ng iPhone. Sa Amerika, yun din yung presyo na sa Pilipinas. It's such that we have a different currency. We have different in economical status. O economic status. Magkaiba tayo. So mas mayaman yung Amerika. Ngayon, yung bayad sa mga tao doon mas mataas compared sa Pilipinas. So tayo, ano ang ginagawa natin para masabayan natin yung trend? Nangungutang tayo, 'di ba? So hanggang sa later on namamalayan natin, nababaon na tayo ng nababaon sa utang just to follow a certain trend. So kaya sabing masochism kasi alam mo 'yon, okay naman yung buhay mo, ayos pa naman cellphone mo pero gusto mo ng discomfort. Kaya para lang makasunod, 'di baling ma-discomfort ka, 'di baling mangutang ka, 'di baling hindi ka kumain, 'di baling magtipid-tipid ka para lang makasunod ka. Para lang makasunod ka, again para lang makasunod ka. Ano na pala mo? Nakasunod ka, pero yung totoo doon, hindi ka kakain. 'Di ba? Another is, according to Reyes, this is a societal function of popular culture, no? Sabi nga, it is expression, conveyance of feelings, simplification, mechanism to cope with the hardships of everyday life, lessons and realization in life and entertainment. So these are the function of popular culture. Yun yung nga pinagsasabi ko, no? Um, let's move on sa pagpapaliwanag niyan. So, music is one example of popular culture. Okay, we are less than a minute. I-stop muna natin ito. So,